Good day to you all, and welcome to a new Sandra Makes. So thanks so much to everyone who watches these little weekly updates as part of the Campsite Warden or Erstwhile Campsite Warden channel. So thanks so much for following this if you do, and thanks very much also to my commenters over on Sandra Makes and Bakes on my Facebook page. It's always lovely to read your comments and encouragement there. So I have some very nice feedback on my amigurumi figures that I've been making. So this is the second of my 2 World War II figures, which are for a local display for Remembrance Sunday. So this second one's also finished now. We'll be off to join the display soon, and he's got his little backpack on as well. And I'm not quite sure why, but this one seems to have a bit more of a cheerful expression than the first one that I made. But yeah, so quite pleased how they turned out and appreciate the lovely comments. If you do enjoy seeing this content and want to give me a little bit of encouragement, then it's always good to get a like and a thumbs up if you can, and subscribe to the channel. It does help us so much. So many thanks to those of you that have. And please do support us if you can. If you're not already, it doesn't cost anything. So so that's my little World War II figure finished. And what else have we got going on at the moment? So the big project now, which I'm working on, is the crocheted amigurumi. I'm not saying that very well, but you know what I mean. The crocheted Woody from Toy Story figure. I need to practice saying that, I think, anyway. So anyway, it's making progress. So this is the first arm. And again, thanks so much to Lucy Ducky for the suggestion. It's coming along. So so there's my Woody arm. So that's about the right length now. And I need to make an elbow in there, and I need to put in yellow also, I'll add on a little gauntlet on the end here. So that's coming along quite nicely. So this is, I'm starting to get in the swing of it now. So I have done crochet before, but not a huge amount, and certainly not to this scale. So I'm quite enjoying the challenge, and hopefully I'm optimistic that we will get a good final figure. So as you can see, I've stuffed the first hand and I've stuffed the arm there. There's a little bit more to do on that, and then I need to make another one to match so that he's not lopsided. That's all fine. So I'm quite pleased how that's coming along, and I'll definitely make faster progress now because I finished my other 2 figures, and I've not finished Neil's winter hat. I've not got any other big projects on at the moment. One thing I was going to suggest, anyone watching this, would you like me to come up with an idea for a smaller project? So this is really quite a long-term project that's going to take quite a few weeks, and in the meantime, if anybody's interested, I could show you a smaller quick project that would be quick and easy to do, and probably by now perhaps with a Christmas theme or something. If that would be of interest, drop me a comment below, and I'll maybe share a quick and easy crafting project with you all. As we get into that season, I do still have some willow wreaths which I made last year. It might be fun to share decorating one with you, for example, and kind of together with Neil, we will be asking for ideas for Christmas songs and things like that for our this year Christmas show. So that's what's coming up in the near future, and hopefully you'll stay with us. And yeah, sorry, I have had requests for more cooking and baking type content. I've been away for a few days, but I will be hoping to do some quite soon, which I can share with you hopefully later in this video. Lovely. So that's it from me for now, and I will be back soon with another update for this week's Sandra Makes and Bakes. Ta-ra for now. Good afternoon. It's a glorious summer, end of autumn afternoon, and I hope I'm not wobbling too much. Anyway, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure if I'd call them sloes, they're probably bullaces, but there's lots of them, and they will make really nice homemade flavoured gin. So I'll still call it Sloe Gin, but technically they're probably bullaces. So with proper sloes you tend to wait until after the first frost, but we're heading into November as I'm recording this. It's been incredibly mild, and I'm a little bit against the clock with other things that I want to get done. So this is swaying a bit. It's quite breezy out here, so hopefully I'm not swaying too much. I just thought you might like to see some of them being picked as I'm chatting. So yeah, so there's absolutely masses here. Really abundant year this year, so you could probably even make wine with them. I mean, I have plans still to make some elderberry wine, so I've got some frozen elderberries in the freezer. Oh, what was it in the freezer? So it's just fitting everything in as usual. But I can't believe a lot of the fruit's been just. Oh. I lost you. That didn't hold up too well, did it? Let's try again. It's a good job I didn't bring the lightweight one, isn't it? Come on, you can do it. Must be a level bit somewhere. Oh dear. How are we going to do this? Can you still see me? Right, stay there. Anyway, so I was only going to collect a few of these, enough for Sloe Gin, but as I've been chatting and thinking about it, they're just so abundant. I might even collect enough, because there'll be masses still for the birds as well. It's been such an abundant year for the apples, and acorns has been a bumper year, and things like horse chestnuts, all sorts. It's been really abundant amount of fruit, probably because it was quite a harsh summer. And I believe my sister-in-law Amanda was saying that it's officially what they call a mast year this year, so it's like a bumper harvest, probably to make sure that if the trees don't survive, that they will be able to regenerate from new growth, from new plantlets from seed. I think I'm irritating a bird up there. Anyway, so I've not even been collecting very long, and obviously the camera fell over anyway, but I will collect more, but I'm going to stop recording for now. I hope you can see. Just lots of lovely bullaces there. Masses of them. So sloes tend to be a bit smaller and a bit more elongate. I haven't tried tasting them. They're probably still pretty sour, I imagine. Yeah, they are tart, but they taste a little bit plummy as well, so I think they are bullaces. Yeah. But yeah, they'll make a lovely complement to my gin. I'm going to pause there and get on with collecting. So the evening sun is now really bright. I can't even quite see what I'm filming. Anyway, I feel like I'm getting a shadow. Is that better? Yeah, so it's super bright, end of afternoon sunshine. It's getting to that wintry long low light. I've collected probably at least 1 kilogram of the fruit. Hope you can see that okay. And there's still an abundant amount on the trees. There are quite a few bushes all the way down actually, and there are still masses of fruit. So plenty to keep the birds going over winter as well. So I'm going to freeze some of those to make wine at some point, and then the rest I'm going to make into Sloe Gin. Keep watching. My goodness, the sun sets so fast at this time of year. Wow. Anyway, so I'm back from my foraging, and as I'm alluding to, catching the last little bit of sun before it goes down. I want to nip down to the post box. I'll take a rasher with me. So I'm just going to quickly go through and describe what I will do when I get back. It may well be dark or getting dark by the time I get back, and it's getting close to thinking about tea time as well. Anyway, so here they are. Lots of lovely bullaces. So I'll need to take some of those. I'm not going to use all of those. A lot of those are for the wine. I'm going to freeze some down for making wine. The ones that I'll take out will be going into this gin bottle, probably up to about, I don't know, a couple of inches worth. And then probably about the same again with sugar. And then I'm going to put a little bit of extra spice in. This isn't thyme. This is actually some cloves and a few caraway seeds. So I'm going to give it a little bit more of a Christmassy taste. Hang on, so I'm not completely in the dark. Anyway, hope you can see me. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? You can see me now. So yeah, there's just so much prolific fruit this year out there. It's quite remarkable. It's a shame not to make the most of it. So I will do that later, probably with extra lighting when I get back, and probably after tea. I'm just going to pop into the garage. I've got one other thing to show you on the winemaking front now, which I was not too hopeful about a few weeks ago, but it's looking quite good now. Follow me. So before I go on and talk about the wine update, which I wanted to mention, just to say, if you do enjoy the little weekly Sandra makes and you want me to continue, I'm happy to do it. It supports Neil and it supports the channel, but it'll help us both if you would like, comment and subscribe if you can. If you are enjoying the content, do let me know. And also just pop down comments if you wish as well. It's always nice to read comments. Anyway, what I wanted to show you in here is, if you have a look now, I hope you can see. So this is my pear wine, and it was very cloudy for a long time, and I wasn't sure if it would ever clear, but I hope you can see now it's clearing quite nicely. So I think probably another couple of weeks and it will be ready to bottle. The reason why there are so many apples everywhere is because they're really nice apples, and I'm on a trip soon, so I'm going to take some to give away anyway, and rather much, they're just too nice to waste, so I'm going to freeze some down as well. I never did get time to try canning. Maybe next year, we'll see. It's yeah, always so much to pack in. And another thing I haven't still done, which I just spotted is still there, is I'm not quite sure when, but perhaps over the winter, I was given this lovely kit of willow, which was for making a willow berry basket for collecting berries in. So, and when I went to collect my bullaces, I was thinking, oh yeah, one of these days. So at the moment I'm still on plastic bag, but hopefully by next year I might have my willow basket made. There just never are enough hours, are there? There really aren't. Anyway, so, and obviously people who've been following recently will know that I'm having a big push now on making progress with my Woody from Toy Story and amigurumi. I think I said it right this time. So, yeah. So that's another one to watch out for. And I will take you before I go on my travels, and you can see the amazing window display. Or I might have to do it when I get back. But anyway, it's just it was a team effort, very much a team effort. A local knitting group called Yarn Angels, but it looks fabulous. So it was so much fun to be part of that. Right, I will be back soon. Ta-ra for now. Hi, back again, and we've had our tea. It's evening time, and it's pretty dark out there. So I'm going to talk you through this. If you've never made homemade Sloe Gin before, it's ever so easy. It really doesn't take much time at all to set up, and the only time involved, as it were, is just then waiting for it to mature. So I've washed a few of these lovely bullaces that I picked a little earlier. And I've got a nice bottle of, ideally you want quite a strong gin. So anything that's at least 40% proof is better, because you're going to effectively dilute it a bit when you add in the fruit. Probably a good idea to have some kind of container to put the extra gin in, because obviously the volume of the fruit and the sugar is going to mean that it's not going to be completely full of gin anymore. And then I've got a spare gin bottle just to put the excess in, and I've got my bit of extra flavourings to go in too. So easy, this part's very easy. So we open up our gin, and I'm going to tip out quite a lot at the moment, because I can always put some back in. I'll start about there, I think. Maybe a bit more out. Lovely. And then, because they're quite small, they should pop in quite easily. Sometimes I've had bigger ones that don't quite fit in, but these will fit in nicely. Oh, it smells lovely already. The bullaces smell so fresh and lovely. They've got, again, they are still very sharp, but they've got more of a plummy flavour than straight sloes. So I read in the various foraging groups that you get kind of crosses between true sloes and plums and all sorts of things. So in the kind of colour and the sheen on them, they remind me of actually damsons. I feel like, and also damsons are quite sharp as well. So. And modern plums are much more fleshy and quite sweet. So I guess over time there's been a preference for bigger and sweeter plums compared to the original sloes. Anyway, so they're all going in nicely. Just keep adding them in, and then once those are in, I'm going to add the sugar. And then I'll give you little updates from time to time. So it won't take much colour initially, but as it matures and the colour comes out into the alcohol, it looks beautiful, and I think it tastes lovely. This will be a nice winter treat. Nearly there. Super. So that's about the right amount. As I want a layer of, well, probably got a bit more than a couple of inches now, but a good layer of fruits in the bottom. And then the sugar's, to be honest, kind of more to taste. But initially you want it so it's a similar depth to the fruits, really. I'm just going to get a funnel. Hopefully this will do. It's just something to get the sugar in. There we go. So, just normal table sugar's fine. So you can always add more sugar later on if you decide it's not sweet enough. I think the sugar brings out the colour more, but I don't I like a bit of tartness in there. I don't like it too oversweet. Not sure where the funnel's gone. It probably would make it easier, but anyway. As long as most of it goes in. Yeah. Right, just gonna get maybe this will do actually. Just maybe looking, losing a bit, but not too much. So my funnel's normally always in that drawer. I should have got it out before I started filming really. Anyway, we're managing. Just take that lump out because that probably won't go in. We're doing, I think, a bit more. So this was about 4 tablespoons. So that's why it's best to start with a stronger gin, because there's going to be proportionately less alcohol by the time we finished all this. So, what are we doing? That's maybe enough for now. So, and then so I'm just going to pop in. Cloves are quite strong, so I'm only going to put in a couple of those. Or 3. That'll be plenty. Lovely. And a few caraway seeds. So I appreciate this won't be to everyone's taste, but that's fine. The nice thing about making our own is we can make it how we like, can't we? Right. Sorry, Masha. Yeah, so for my taste, a lot of the commercial ones are too sweet. I'm having a lot of wobbly camera stands today. Right, okay. So just trying to wash the excess sugar down as well, and then top up the bottle. Lovely. So it's actually about a 1/4 pint now that won't fit back in the bottle with all the extra goodies in there. So let's give it a good old shake. So when it's starting off, you will need to shake it every few days, so the sugar doesn't dissolve straight away, but that's fine. It will go in over time. And that's the start of this year's homemade Sloe Gin. So, as I say, waste not, want not. Gin's gin in the end, so I'm going to pour the excess gin into another bottle of gin, which we can still have the way that Neil likes it, with lemon and ice and tonic. Lovely. So there you have it. That's. You can see how easy that was. It's so easy to make and delicious. So that was that, and then I've still got some lovely Windfall cooking apples, which I picked up locally. So I'm a little bit against the clock, but I would like to try and get those very quickly chopped up, blanched and in the freezer, because they're not going to keep that long now because they're Windfalls. And I've still got the rest of the walnuts that we found the other day. So just need to get them out of the husk, and the shell part can start drying. So I'm going to quickly do that before it gets too late. And if you've watched this far, thank you very, very much. It's great to have you along, sharing all this, and hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully see you all very soon. Ta-ra for now.